Welcome back to C.HR with Ariaunstewart. Today we have Morgan Hardwick here, and she's going to be telling us all about her business in massage therapy. So if you want to get into it, introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Morgan Hardwick, and I am a licensed massage therapist here in Springfield, and I basically travel to homes in the surrounding areas.
To give great massages.
To give great massages.
Oh my god. No, it's gonna be good. No, we're fine. Listen, everybody knows what we're doing. We're interviewing. So I wanted to ask you, how did you get started? Because I know before that you were working for the city of Springfield, right? Before you got into massage therapy.
Yeah.
And here on C.HR, we like to talk to people about just the journey to where they're at. Because I feel like you've been very successful. How long have you been massaging for now?
Honestly, not even a full year. I got my license right before the pandemic, so then it was basically taken away a month later. So
so it's been 2 years since you've been licensed and then a year since you've been actually
So I got licensed in February, Valentine's Day actually 2020. And obviously COVID happened in March, so we got our licenses back. I'm not sure, maybe in June or something. I was still working full time, but in September is when I became active fully.
They took your license away from you?
Not necessarily, but it was inactive. I mean, we couldn't use it.
Wow. Well, no, that's interesting because, I didn't know how it worked. I thought it was just okay, it's hard to find work doing this. But they literally, from up top, they were like, you guys can't do this.
The board literally said, we can't massage until further notice.
Wow. That's really crazy. So when you were working for the city, let's go a little further back. So what did you go to college for originally? What was your starting point?
So originally, I was going to get into social work. I was going to get into social work. I seen a lot growing up, so I really wanted to help people in a sense of having someone to advocate for them. Because a lot of people don't have anybody to advocate for them, and I've seen a lot of that. So I kind of went towards that. I did psychology, sociology, criminal justice as minors, and
oh wow.
I had every intention on getting into social work, but I realized I'm a little too empathetic for that route, and I didn't really have a set plan. So when I got out, I was basically just looking for a job.
Oh, okay, got you. And then you were working at City Hall for a while, right? What was it like working for City Hall in Springfield?
So I worked for the City Hall for 6 years.
For what you can put on camera.
So, no, it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. The city was great for what it was. For a while, especially for someone who just got out of school, that was my first real big girl job. And it was great for what it was, So, and like I said, I was there for 6 years. At about the 3-4 year point is when I went to massage school.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and basically because I was overworking for the city at that time. In the sense of growth, you want more. So it's great when you're 23, first job, but you kind of grow out of it if they're not growing with you.
Yeah.
It's
and I feel like that's something for everyone to take into consideration. It might not be anything wrong with the job, but maybe they're not ready for what you're bringing to the table.
Exactly.
And I'm sure there's you want to move up to a certain degree, and then I feel like in state jobs, people kind of sit in their seats for a while.
And it's really easy with the benefits and this pension that they flash in front of you and all of this. And it's but we're not living in the 50s or the 60s. We're not even, we're not even 30 in the 90s. It's a different time. We're not sitting there waiting 60 years for not even as much as we were making, while we were working. We're just not doing that anymore. And that 9 to 5 robotic life just wasn't for me, and even though things are much crazier now, it's still at my own pace and in my own terms. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Having your own schedule, and just being able to do things when you're motivated, and you're motivated for yourself instead of having to get up just to clock in for someone else.
Exactly.
I mean, I think it really depends on your personality. Some people really like getting into that just constant structure.
It's easy.
Yeah, exactly. And you don't have to worry about anything, and being a business owner is not easy. So what are some of the things you've learned since you've, gone out on your own and started actually doing massaging on your own?
Well, I thought 9 to 5 was time consuming.
Yeah.
I thought that was taking my life. But this definitely is a lot more time consuming. My schedule is way crazier than it is. Like, it's not the same every day or every week.
Yeah.
That's something to get used to in the sense of keeping yourself structured and keeping yourself on a schedule.
On some type of schedule. I mean? Yeah.
So, that was tough, but, I also learned that one of my biggest issues were working for someone. Like, I'm so much happier with what I'm doing right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, just day to day, so much happier. I'm ready to get up. I'm ready to do what I'm doing. And it's just, you know, it's just better.
And you're great at it, too. I've been able to get a massage from you, and it was amazing.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit about, like, the details of what it is to give a good massage? What are some pointers you learned while you were in school that, like... What was the first thing you learned in school that you were like, oh, wow, I didn't know that. I thought I knew how to give a massage, but...
Well, I never thought I knew how to give a massage, so there's that.
Okay.
I never actually got a massage before I went to massage school.
Really?
So there's also that.
Oh, wow.
My expectations weren't there, and it's actually funny for someone like me because even though I am, I do have that healing personality, like one of my friends, like you guys know that, but when it comes to touching people, it's never been my thing. I'm very standoffish. Unless I love you, it's like, oh.
Right.
Know? So that was the factor that was, you know, a little off for me, but I kind of just got into it, and when it comes to the details of massage, that's a little bit of a different thing. But I can say when I was in massage school, I started getting massages regularly, kind of just to implement what I was learning, and kind of like learning how people ran their businesses, what other people's technique was, their pressure, their flow, just all these different things. I was kind of just researching and enjoying the benefits, of course.
Yeah, of course.
Mostly researching, and I learned a lot. So basically, if you're not implementing your craft into what you're learning, especially with something so hands-on like that, and not on the school basis. Like in the school, we're learning techniques. You know what I mean? We learn a lot of what to do, what not to do, but it's a lot different when you're actually
like giving
doing it,
a massage,
feeling it, and actually going, you know, into it. So, I don't know. I feel like just adding that extra is what gave me.
And I feel like a lot of careers need that. Like, if you work in customer service, I feel like in any position, you should always kind of go on the customer side. Like, if you work in a retail store, you should go there as a customer and check it out, you know? Like, I remember, like, working in the casino when I was doing, like, VIP services and stuff. They would always tell us to go. My boss actually told us to go and spend $1,000. He's like, go lose $1,000 in the casino.
I bet he did tell you guys to do that.
He's like, you know, it doesn't have to be in this one. I'm just like, he's like, so you can know what it feels like to win and to lose. I was like, I already know what it feels like to win.
I mean, he's not wrong, and listen, I spent a lot more than $1,000 on those massages, but we won't talk about that.
Right. No, but it's so true, and I feel like that was something that you do get more out of it once you really fully experience it for yourself. Exactly. And you learn the things that you wish someone would do for you, and now you can implement it. Exactly. And it's even better when you know you're doing that, you know, for your own business and your own career. Exactly. I'm sure it motivated you even more to do that. Yeah. So that's awesome. What would you say to somebody who's trying to make that transition? I like the way that you did it. I feel like sometimes people say, like, kind of just, you know, run out on a limb and just do it. And I feel like that works for some people, for some industries, but, like, I'm definitely not that type of person. I don't like going without, so I need to make sure I can make a smooth transition. So can you give some tips on doing that?
So I didn't go out on a limb. I worked for the city all the way up until I was licensed, all the way until we were able to start working again. So I started going to school in 2018, and I started dabbing in that massage world, started picking up clients and whatnot, but I didn't really go without or jump out of, you know, working my full-time job. Right. Until, you know, the middle of the pandemic, which probably wasn't the smartest time to do it, but at that time, you know, like, if you're not being treated the way you want to be treated, especially at a trying time like that, you have to do what's good for your own mental health. Absolutely. Like, we know that. So we know that now, especially with Simone Biles. So you know, so you have to, you know, so that was scary, especially because I obviously live alone, so all of the bills are on me, and I had to take that risk, but it worked out. Yeah. It worked out fine.
It worked out amazing. And I mean, you put in real time at your last job.
14, between that and massage school, I was doing like 14-hour days, and times like 6 years is a long time.
Yeah.
6 years.
That's a very long time. That's longer than I've stayed at any job. I'm hoping
so
that isn't the case moving forward for me, because it's like, I don't know. I feel like you do need that level of dedication, because I'm sure even though you left it for something that you love even more, I'm sure you learned so much.
I learned so much from
in that time. Yeah, in that time. And I'm sure you made so many connections that helped you with what you're doing now, right? Like, maybe not.
I can't say it transfers over too much.
Yeah. Do you feel like you have any customers that you met through people you met over at, like, City Hall? Or not really?
No. But I wasn't really full-time heavy into the massage then either.
So it wasn't something you were, like, could transition to?
No, not from one. It, like, one didn't help the other. You know
yeah.
What I mean? It wasn't like that at all. But I still, like, I learned a lot from the city. I got a lot from it, and like things that I can take with me. Like, I dealt with a lot of people. I dealt with a lot of issues. You know.
Yeah.
What I mean? Like a lot of those things. Exactly. A lot of those things just, you know, they make you who you are. They're all life experiences. You know, I can't regret it.
Yeah. Awesome. So how do you get your customers now? Do you do marketing? I'm just like, I feel like you're just so, like, you know a lot of people.
No, so it's so funny. So you don't really get the support from the people you know or your friends or the community. It's strangers. It's all strangers. You know what I mean? It's one person. It's massaging one person and them introducing you to their 6 little girlfriends. It's wives and husbands. It's you know, it's that type of thing, and it's not really your friends. It's not, in my case, it's not my friends supporting me. It's not my community supporting me. It's strangers.
You didn't even know.
It's strangers. I do have a few, like, obviously Daryl's like my biggest supporter. He always has been.
Yes.
But aside from him, you know, like, it's not people in my community. It's not at all. And I don't advertise as much as I should. I know that.
But I mean,
it seemed to work out. I'm not huge on social media when it comes to promoting myself, you know. I know it's not, you know, it's just not really my thing. I want to get into it more, but I know there's things like AdSense and Facebook ads I could pay for, so I'm eventually going to do something like that.
Yeah, but I mean, you have a lot of, it's been working and you're doing a great job.
And it's been working.
Word of mouth works as well. And I actually do, now that you say that, I actually do hear that quite often, that it's like not even the people that you would think.
It's not the people at all that you would think. No.
But hey, that's good. And I mean, I'm sure some people might feel weird about somebody they know like that. Like giving them a massage, maybe.
Yeah, I don't
Do you feel like that? I don't know. I got my massage.
I would say,
I didn't really care.
For me, as a massage, I massage you. Like, for me, it's not about, like, soliciting people or anything like that. So it's when you ask, like, who's supporting you, is it, you know, it's not. But in the end of the day, it's like people come to you. People that want you come to you. You know,
and it's a kind of service that it really should be like that. Like, being a massage therapist isn't a sales
It's not
job.
a sales job. I'll never go to my friends and say, hey, get a massage from me.
Right.
You know,
it's different than, like,
no, if you want a massage from me, just like I'm not going to go to a stranger unless this is like a networking event, and I'm still not going to say, hey, get a massage from me. I'm going to say, I'm a massage therapist. You do with that information as you will. You know what I mean?
Right, exactly. Yep, and there's different ways to market different types of business, and that's as a service-based business. I feel like that makes a lot more sense. So that is awesome. What are your plans for the future?
My plans for the future, I'm not sure. It's up in the air. I'm loving the freedom. I'm traveling. I am going to eventually get a location to massage out of and base my business out of that. I may still travel to my, you know, most loyal customers, but aside from that, I will eventually get a location. But the big thing with that is I'm not sure where I want to be. It's totally up in the air. I feel like the whole United States, even the world, is at my fingertips. So I don't know where I want to go or where I want to be right now. So I don't know. I kind of like it. I kind of like where I'm at. So I'm just kind of living day by day.
No, that's awesome to be present and to be happy where you are. Because I can tell you're so happy, like, you know, and it's really... Oh, but no, I'm super excited for you about that. And I think it's great to be able to pull up at people's houses, and it's convenient for that person. I know you were talking to me before we started about how you'll have, like, families reach out to you, like husbands and wives reach out to you, and then also, like, athletes, which I think is huge, especially for, and because you mentioned, like, you have people who are younger and then some adults and all of that. And I feel like sometimes, you know, even as a student athlete, because I was a student athlete, and we would go to our like a physical trainer sometimes, but like that was kind of if you got hurt during the day, it wasn't like you could go and really get a proper massage to relax your muscles. And I feel like if more people were doing that, especially athletes, I feel like they would save themselves from some injury down the line.
Exactly. And I worked actually at my college. We won't talk about how long ago that was. In the equipment room, and that is all they had was a physical therapist. So in the equipment room is obviously where it's, you know, all the athletes, that's where they're all based, they're, you know, whatever. But all they had was a physical therapist, and at that time massage wasn't on my mind, but thinking about it, like, I don't understand how they don't, and that's something that I talk to them about a lot of times, because a lot of times it's their parents booking them, or, you know, someone else is booking them and getting them in so they can experience this, but they don't really know because their coaches and their trainers and the people who really should be
telling them these things and giving
them this self-care information, and it's so important for them especially.
And that's crazy, like, not to get stuck on athletes, but I feel like that's a huge demographic because they can get hurt. And then you think about it, like, you know, my sister does volleyball. She was varsity her freshman year. She's going to play all throughout high school, probably going to want to play throughout college.
That's my girl.
Right? And then it's like, that's like potentially 8 years of wear and tear on your body. Yeah, like sports no joke. And then my other sister Bianca, she does tennis, and I remember because I used to do tennis when I was younger too, like just the muscles that it strains in your arm,
just that constant pulling.
But they push kids so hard, and they don't teach them about taking like that's so, because then we have nutrition. Some schools have like nutrition.
Schools have nutrition.
Yeah. He's like, we all didn't
go to school over here, let me tell you.
And it's like you don't even, so that's internal, and then you actually taking care of those muscles in your body. That's honestly so important. Like,
it's so important.
Yeah.
And, I started working out in college. And, it's actually the first time I took a nutrition class was in college.
In college, yeah.
So I started working out in college, but again, I said I didn't get my first massage until massage school, and at the time I was 28. My body feels so different. Wow. And I'm older, you understand?
Yeah.
I'm 30. I'm over 30, but we won't talk about that.
And you do not look it at all.
Thank you. But I am, and my body feels, it's almost like there was a switch.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I just used to work out, and I didn't eat that well back then either. So it's just like working out, eating bad, not really taking care of my body, and I thought I was because I was working out, you know, that type of thing. And now I just feel the difference, and it feels so much better. And
are you still getting regular massages yourself? Yeah. I can imagine, do you get like that tense feeling in your body from doing massages all the time?
It gets so tight. I get tight in here, and I always kind of had that issue anyways. I get, you know, other places in my body too, but I do get more massages and stretch now and stuff like that.
And
but
it helps.
My trap area just gets really tight still. I have cups now. I'll have to show you, and I put them on myself.
Oh, really?
When it gets really bad on days that I'm just home, or I don't have an appointment or whatever, I just cut myself in.
So you the cups that like suction. What does that do exactly?
So it basically it sucks up the tightness, so it
distributes.
The circulation. It just helps the circulation come back into the body while alleviating the tightness, because again, it's sucked up, so it's loosening. When you take the cup off, it's loose. It is a little bruised because again, it is messing with your blood flow, but you can feel the pain relief almost instantly.
Oh my gosh, really? How bad is the bruising? Because I like really want to do this now. I'm like, is it crazy? Is it like a crazy suction? Like you look like you just got
pictures on my back. Like I have pictures on my back when I got a full cupping session done by another massage therapist. I have pictures, and
does it go away over like a couple days though?
Over a couple days, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Over a couple days.
But
it's worth
it.
It's worth it. Yeah. I was walking around with my back out, and they're like, "Morgan, what's wrong with you?"
I don't know. I feel good though.
It's like it's not Corona. That's all that matters.
So how can people go about booking you if they want to find a place to reach you?
So you can find me on social media. I don't post as much, so don't look at posts, but you can message me.
There you go.
And that's Soulful Connections. Morgan Janae's Massage at yahoo.com. That's long. That's going to change. And
we'll tag the updated one in the video.
Exactly. And I'll also tag my phone number for anyone who would like to reach out.
Awesome. And I do have one more question for you, because you said you went to school originally for psychology, and now you do something where you're talking. Do you talk to people often? Do people like to talk when they get massages?
Yes, a lot. And I don't initiate conversation, but I do engage.
Right. If someone's going to talk to you, you're not going to,
Exactly.
Yeah.
So some people are super uncomfortable talking to people. Like, some massage therapists do not like having to play therapist. But for me, it's so natural. It's like...
you went to...
And it's just something, I don't know, but what I do know is when I get my business, one of the main things I want to add is talk sessions. Not because I mind talking to you during the massage, I just feel like we can both get something out of it. So if we add a 25-minute, 30-minute talk session at the end or the beginning, or solely, alone, I think that'll be a good thing for people.
Because it's connected, your mind, your body, all of it's connected.
Connecting your body and soul, that is my slogan.
Yes, I love it. I love it so much. That is just perfect. I can't wait. I gotta come back for the talk session too. So just to end this episode, Morgan, thank you so much for coming out. I appreciate it. And that is C.HR with Ariaunstewart. I want to give a shout out to the Association of Black Business and Professionals. It is a networking opportunity for people who work in corporate America and business, for people who are business owners, to all come together and share resources. So thank you all for listening.